Welcome back to another episode of Games That Suck. Today we embark on a journey through the depths of disappointment as we dissect number 29 on our list, Red Ninja End of Honor. Prepare yourself for an exploration of the game's myriad of flaws, from the infuriating Buddah Statue level to the annoying time trial race. There's plenty here to keep you from ever wanting to play this game. Red Ninja presents us with a vast range of gameplay mechanics that promise an immersive experience. However, this ambitious game is barred by a slew of frustrating shortcomings. The controls, which should be the gateway to a seamless interaction, instead become an exercise in patience. They feel clunky and devoid of the precision needed for the delicate movements and actions. The lack of responsiveness becomes a constant source of anguish when utilizing the wall running mechanics and stealth combat encounters, leading to tons of needless deaths and level restarts. But we'll get to that. Let's start with the storyline, the potential beacon of hope in a sea of frustration. Set in feudal Japan, Red Ninja's narrative is a sad tale of missed opportunities. What could have been an amazing tale of revenge and political intrigue instead falls flat, lacking the depth and emotional resonance needed to truly captivate you. Your allies, with their sudden introductions and minimal character development, stumble through a world lacking compelling motivations, leaving us with little reason to invest in their journeys. Predictable plot twists only serve to amplify the sense of detachment, robbing the story of any impact it could have had. It's a jarring start to the game as it doesn't really give you much to work with, albeit there are crumbs left for you here and there throughout the game on what the hell is going on. Now let's talk about combat. Each encounter falls victim to a slew of issues that plague the entirety of the game. While the combat mechanics are passable, they lack the finesse that would make using the kunai truly engaging. Enemy patterns are like a broken record, quickly becoming a mind-numbing repetition, devoid of the randomness needed to make this game feel good. The lack of challenge and variety leaves us disinterested and detached, as the combat fails to ignite the spark of excitement that it should. The only times the combat felt as if it wasn't so brain dead was whenever we had to fight a level boss. These slightly more coherent NPCs elevate the game to a degree until we get to the final boss. This dude could eat a dick. Red Ninja doesn't do the best job at conveying how to use the alternative weapons, which is essential for the completion of multiple areas throughout the game, including this final boss. The stealth mechanics are another cornerstone of Red Ninja. The promise of sneaky satisfaction ultimately delivers no more than a shallow experience. The enemy AI wavers between crazy perceptive and damn near blind, breaking any chance of immersion and ruining the tension needed for stealth gameplay. Also, the lack of variety in stealth takedowns quickly reduces the promising mechanic into a tiresome and repetitive chore, making it less than an alternative method of enemy takedown. There is a certain kind of disappointment in Red Ninja's level design. Despite the attempts to capture the essence of feudal Japan, the environments lack a sense of exploration. They feel hollow and lifeless, as if they were nothing more than a simple painted backdrop. The absence of anything to explore within the levels further adds to the overall lackluster experience, leaving us with little incentive to revisit the world that fails to captivate us. Now let us delve into the abomination known as the Buddah Statue level. Brace yourselves for this twisted labyrinth of repetition and anger. It surely will test the very limits of your sanity. This convoluted puzzle with its maze-like structure and next to zero guidance seems purposely built to torment even the most patient people. It cruelly tossed us into a never-ending cycle of frustration and confusion where success is achieved only through the endless trial and error. Each of our futile attempts met with repeated failure. It stripped away any semblance of enjoyment, leaving behind a trail of shattered hopes and shattered controllers. That is, until we got fed up enough to look up a speedrun and see if there's a way to skip this shit stain of a level. Fortunately for me, another YouTuber by the name of Cyanide had my back and my sanity with this amazing grapple glitch skip. Fuck this level.
So, this is like probably easily the worst stage in this entire game. Like legitimately. You're supposed to climb up throughout all this really bad platforming and get onto the Buddha hand and pull a lever. Well, it turns out you can just abuse the way that the hook works and launch yourself up onto these platforms and not even have to do that at all.
So that was the Buddah Statue level, but there's still one more level we must cover before we wrap up this deep dive, and that is the time trial near the end of the game. And what of this time trial level, you ask? This asshole creation takes the concept of racing against the clock and twists it into an anger-inducing nightmare. Tight time limits mercilessly hang over our head like a Twinkie on a stick you just can't reach, as we struggle to navigate this level through irritating climbing obstacles and relentless shadow enemies. The intricate level layout combined with the constant pressure of the clock transform what could have been a decent challenge into an exercise in frustration by not making it in time. By being forced to rush through areas, the very essence of the game is compromised, leaving us feeling mostly annoyed. Red Ninja End of Honor really seemed like it had potential, but it stumbled and fell into the abyss of disappointment. Its typical clunky controls, frustrating gameplay mechanics, and marginal level design have tarnished its legacy. The intricate and mind-numbing Buddah Statue level stands as a testament of this game's ability to inflict infuriating confusion upon anyone playing it. Between the stealth mechanics, combat encounters, and level design, the game crumbles under the weight of repetition and missed opportunities. Red Ninja End of Honor sadly joins the ranks of unfortunate games that find themselves in the hollowed halls of games that suck. May it serve as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most promising concepts can crumble under the weight of poor execution. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.